Yo,
Yo.
it made me put in a description to be able to do it on Facebook. It said it's now required.
I gotta ship Matt's keg real quick. I'll be right
Oh,
back.
okay. What's up, everybody? And I know we don't have an everybody here right now, but that's okay because I'm here. And it's family reunion week. So, how many people are not at family reunion? And how many people are? And is anybody watching from family reunion? What's up, Adelina? Did I say that right? I hope I did. Yep, it's time. Got Alex going to be coming and joining us in a minute. He's got to ship a tint keg real quick. We are short one person today, so one of us has to do double duty, and that's going to be Alex. So I got to do a little bit of window tinting Saturday. We got some things going on over at the tint shop, and they needed me to stand in for a day. I got to tint some windows, and I forgot just how much I absolutely love this film, Helios. I got to use Orbit, Nova, and Supernova, which is the dyed carbon and ceramic. And actually, they got a helper over there who is working with me, and he's been there for, I don't know, a few months. They let him do doors and such and everything, but for whatever reason, they don't have him shrinking windows yet. And I'm like, why aren't you shrinking windows? He's like, I don't know. They just don't let me. And I'm like, well, I'm going to let you. And so the first item up for bid was a windshield on a Silverado. So I'm like, come here, let me show you this. And I showed him just one corner of the window. And I'm like, this is how you do it. And I turned him loose and I said, do just like I did. And he shrank the other 3/4 of that window without touching the film, all the way from the center to the edge, all the way around. It was amazing. And I was so impressed with him. And like I said, he gets to do like side windows and stuff. So then we had a complete Nissan Versa come in, and I'm like, that's a pretty decently easy back window. Let me let him give it a shot. So I told him he's on that. I had an 89 Lincoln Town Car to deal with. So I didn't really want to be bothered. And I mean, the town car was a drop off, so I could have left it there and done the Versa with him. But I wanted to see what this boy was made of. And he tinted that whole car, including shrinking and laying the back glass himself. And it was beautiful. And I gotta attribute that a little bit. I wish I'd have took some video of it, because honestly, I was just utterly impressed. You take a guy that doesn't shrink film. I mean, he's seen it done for 6 months, obviously, but he's only got to play with it. And he said he really struggles with it. And he struggles with it mainly because he uses the hard card to push down the film as he's shrinking. And the problem with that is your hard card doesn't do any shrinking. All it does is causes problems. The hard card is actually just to set and organize your film, to pin it down. What's up, Martin? And so the heat gun has to do all the shrinking. So if you're hard carding at the same time, chances are you're pushing past what is already shrunk. And the further you do that, the tighter the fingers get and the harder they become to shrink, until a lot of times you get down to the edge of the film and it just doesn't want to shrink any further. And it's like, oh my God, this sucks. And so I showed him to leave the card off the window and just use the heat gun. And he was able to do both that windshield and the Versa back glass without touching the film whatsoever. Shrink it right from the center all the way down to the bottom, laid flat, laid it on the window, squeegeed out, no fingers. It was wonderful. And yeah, but then I got to thinking, and not all film does shrink like that. I picked Helios the films that I use for our brand for a reason, and that's just simply because it is amazing to work with. It's very user friendly, and it lasts for a long, long time. So you don't have to worry about it with your customers. The performance values are great with the film, and yeah, it's just so that's what I did Saturday. Although I thought I was supposed to take Saturday off because I usually get Saturdays off. It was kind of sprung on me Friday night that I was working Saturday. So
Who that?
it's somebody in a red SUV. They have tint on their front side windows. So, and he parked right in the middle of the parking lot. So I gotta believe that it's a customer of ours because that's how that works. But he's coming in right now.
All right.
Alex is like, I'm on it. So yeah, we get customers come in. See if I can find them on here. Not sure what they're doing. They're going in and out, in and out, in and out. Oh, I think those are our friends from Detroit Tint Studio. They're bringing us boxes of Glassade stuff. We got some Glassade tape and I believe some Seal Guard is what I ordered. So yeah, that's coming. When you guys I don't see you at WFR. Yeah, we're not going to make it. We have a lot going on here, Tim. And it wasn't looking good anyways, but yeah, so we just had a family member pass last Thursday. So today, as soon as Tool Talk's over, I have a viewing to go to. Tomorrow I will not be in. We have a funeral to go to. Oh, we ordered lots of stuff. He's got a whole ass cart full of stuff. That's exciting. But yeah, so we have stuff. Are you at the reunion? Is there lots of people around, Tim? Because maybe we could bring you on and you could run around and say hi to everybody. We usually get lucky and actually have that happen, but we didn't plan anything this week, so I'm not even 100% sure that, we have anybody available to yak at us.
I'm gonna go ahead and add these right now.
Good idea.
Dude, it is hot out there.
Tim's at the reunion. Well, he's in his room, so he's got to unload his stuff. So he may or may not be useful to us by the end of the hour. Is there a lot of people running around, Tim? Oh, I'm so bummed out. I went to so many events where Tim wasn't able to go, and now Tim's gone, and I'm not. And oh well.
I feel like this is Tim's first.
I think so. He's always like working and feeling like he can't.
Hey.
Everybody's condolences and I'm condolencing me. That's good. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. But yeah, it's let's just say cancer sucks. And it does. And we hear about people getting cancer and fighting, and some beat it and some don't. But we probably rarely talk about And it's probably because we don't actually understand. I mean, how could we? What the fight really entails, what it's like fighting cancer, and it's taxing. So, um, without going into who it was, this person has been battling for about 2 years, maybe a little more than 2 years, and what a fight too. And went to the doctor, and again, he's got another tumor, and another round of battle. And he just decided that he just can't fight no more. It's just he just wants to be comfortable. And he made it just under 3 weeks after he stopped fighting. So this cancer battle is real. And you know, I think the reason it hit me so hard that it's less than 3 weeks that he made it is because that kind of puts into perspective what the actual battle, for 2 years, more than 2 years, he's been fighting. And I mean, doctor appointment after doctor appointment, chemotherapies, surgeries, like the whole 9 yards. And then he's like, I just can't. And he makes it almost 3 weeks. It's mind blowing how aggressive cancer is and what it must take to fight it. So if you know anybody that's battling cancer, it's kind of it, at least for me, it's kind of hard to wrap my head what exactly they're going through, because we only get to see what they show us unless it hits real close to home, and then we can see the actual battle. But there's people out there um, that are fighting the good fight behind the scenes, but to everyone, whether it be on Facebook or in person or whatever. And this gentleman did the same thing in person, chin up. Oh, I'm doing so much better right now, and things are looking good, and was so optimistic, through the whole thing, right up until he wasn't, and I see people in our industry battle, and depending on who they are, their personality, how we feel about them, we treat them a certain way. And just this gives me a new perspective to I don't know what they're going through. I just know what they're showing me. The battle is real. If somebody has cancer, they're fighting a battle that is something that if we haven't done it ourselves, we couldn't even imagine. And some people do take to the treatment better than others. Some people beat it better and faster. I know somebody that battled cancer, and 6 or 8 months he was all done with his treatments. And it took him 2 rounds. He went in for surgery, they thought they got it all. When he went back for a checkup, they found that they didn't, and then he went in and got a port put in for his chemo, and he went through a couple of rounds of chemo and got done with that, and it worked. And he's in our industry, and he's still battling today. And at that time, he had sold his house in Georgia to move to Texas, and he moved to Texas to buy a house, but that's when he found out he had cancer, and he didn't have health insurance because he was obviously in between two places. And us as an industry, we pulled together for him and helped him through that terrible time, because all his money that he made from the house, he lost battling cancer. And although the industry didn't give him all that money back so he could go buy a house, we supported him and helped him find a job that he absolutely loves today, and he's building it back up. He's putting his life back together, and that's because of us and our compassion, and that's so cool. And then I see other people that, their personality just kind of clashes with other people, and I get it, and we treat them like, they're trying to take advantage of somebody because they put on a brave face and they don't want anybody to see what they're dealing with, and I don't know, it's tough. And I didn't mean to go off on a tangent like that, but
No, I think you make a very good point. It's like how many people are out here loving each other unconditionally?
it's rare these days. It's like you don't see it very often. And I struggle with it these days, and I don't know what's changing in me. But I mean, I see people and their behavior, and I get intolerant. I get judgmental, and I never. Well, I can't say never because 15 years ago I was that way. But I'm not. I'm not really that way anymore. I'm a treat everybody with equal respect kind of a person. That's what I believe because I think every human being was put here on earth by God and intended to be loved the same. We all was given them the freedom to have our own personalities, our own choices, our own life's decisions without any restrictions from him. But yet, who am I to judge or condemn somebody for thinking differently than I do? But there's a ton of that going on these days and it's everywhere and it's hard to be upbeat. It's hard to be optimistic when you watch it around you all the time on how people are treating each other based on I mean, and I know it's an election year, and since Obama I've been noticing a gradual shift, and obviously when Trump got in office the shift went to the next level, and people got real passionate about it, and now it seems to be mainstream in everybody's business based on who we think they are. And the reality is, one thing that I've learned over, nearly 54 years on this planet is that almost everybody that I encounter on this planet, whether I agree with them or not, whether my beliefs align with theirs or not, every person on this planet has got good intentions for other people. This world isn't full of bad people. It's full of people that believe what they believe. The difference, I think, I grew up in the 80s, and from the 80s till now, I think the biggest difference is we kept our beliefs to ourselves, and that's how we were raised. We were raised not to talk about religion, not to talk about politics. Those are personal things. The people that talked about religion were preachers and evangelists. And now it's like we've shifted and we think that we're the preachers and evangelists of the political race. And the reality is, when you go to vote, you get a ballot in a folder so nobody can see what's on it. You go check mark the boxes in a booth with privacy signs on it so nobody can see. But for some reason, when we're on Facebook or Instagram or anywhere else, we feel like we need to voice what other people should think, what other people should believe. And I guess a question I can ask each and every one of you guys is, has anybody ever changed your mind by telling you how stupid you were? Anybody? Because I've been called stupid before and it's never changed my mind. My beliefs are my beliefs. I've been called stupid for thinking a certain way and walked away thinking, what an idiot if he only knew the truth. The reality is my beliefs are mine and your beliefs are yours. And not only do I not have the right to tell you what you should believe, I have no right to ask you what you believe. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do. I enjoy talking politics when I can find somebody that wants to discuss them. Those people are few and far between too. And the people that I'm willing to discuss them with are people that are close to me, not people from, however many Facebook friends I have, which I don't even know how many Facebook friends I have. That's crazy. Why don't I know? Let me see. Do you guys know how many Facebook friends you have? Oh, wow. Andrew Duran is in Detroit. You're just down the road from us, bro. He posted on Facebook. I'm going to see how many Facebook friends I have. I have almost 2,000. It says followers. I guess people are following me. Where's friends? Don't I? Oh, there's friends. Friends. In professional mode, the number of followers includes your friends, but you won't see their names and profile pictures in the followers list. Oh, because I'm professional. Dang it. Why did they change that? Anyway, so I guess 1.9K. I can promise you those aren't 1.9 thousand people that are close to me. Those are people that, for one way or another, we have something in common, have exchanged, some sort of pleasantries. Life is a struggle now, economy hurting, everyone's dinner table. Yes, yes, it is. Never they can say what they want. True. Rick, here's one way to put it. Yeah, and I don't know. I hear I hear us trying to lay blame on this and that and the other thing, but a lot of times we look at what's being affected closest to us and we don't look too far outside of that. When I step back and I look at the entire world economy, it's in shambles. Did you know that, we always, I can't say we, I always blame China for, um, oh, Alex is on one phone and the other phone is ringing. Hold on just 1 second. See if I can answer this. Sun Distributing, this is Rick.
Hey, Rick, this is Jim Moore. I was there last week with my pressure tank. You fixed it for me?
Yeah. Bye. Sorry about that, guys. Running short-handed. Alex is on one phone call. I had to take the other phone call. Woo! It's mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Yes, I agree with that 100%, man. You know what? That used to be my motto for the longest time. And like I said, lately it just seems like things are getting, I'm starting to mind. And I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what's shifted. Obviously, something shifted in me because it's been a lot like this for quite some time now. Someone told me, well, eventually enough's enough. You just can't take it anymore. Yeah, but why? My endurance isn't there because I was enduring it before, but I don't know. It's tough. So, this is family reunion week, and there's a lot of tinners coming together to, you know, when you get people face to face, it's a whole lot different than it is on social media. Obviously, we could probably all agree to that. So, things like the reunion, WFTC's coming up pretty soon. Oh, he's calling back, but Alex got it this time. And these things are good for us, and I promote people to go to them whenever they can. Because even though a lot of times it's really a sacrifice to go, you almost have to treat it like a vacation. And, I almost shouldn't be somebody to talk to about vacations because for 30 years, I didn't vacation. I worked 6 days a week and I didn't vacation. I had 1 day a week to keep my house in order, and the other 6 days a week was wasting on work, and I say wasting, but then I felt like it was necessary. The hustle was real. But the reality is I prioritized, and that 1 day a week wasn't enough. I added a second day a week, and now I have some me time. So I got house time, I got work time, and I got me time. Now, granted, I get 1 day out of 7 for me, and I don't always get that day. Like I said, this past Saturday, I got to go tint windows for the day, but that was helping somebody, and I love to help people. It's just what I do, and I don't know. Maybe I need to get out more and find more people to help, because that's something that probably isn't happening as much. I mean, I help people here when I can, but I don't have a lot of new people reaching out looking for help. Earlier this week, I had a guy. There's this homeless guy that comes by about once a month asking if I have any odd jobs. And I just love I love his hustle, and he's not standing out on the corner holding a sign. He's going and knocking on doors, hoping to work and everything. And I don't really have a lot to do around here. And our year, this season has been slow for us. So it's been a struggle. But every time he walks through the door, I find a way to help him. And I overpay him because he works hard and he busts his ass. He comes in riding a bicycle, and well, I shouldn't say homeless. He's not really homeless. He's staying with a relative. His house burnt down, and he ended up losing his job during that. And he's got a landscaping company that he works for here and there, but they don't need him a lot because, well, if you talk to landscapers, at least around Michigan, they're losing accounts right and left too. The economy's hitting everybody. So he's low man on the totem pole. If they don't need everybody on this day or that day, then, he's one of those everybody that they don't need. And so when he has his spare time, he runs around and tries to hustle for more work. And I actually have a landscaping company that comes in and does the lawn and stuff, but I don't pay them to do spring and fall cleanup anymore because they're not cheap and I don't have the extra money. So But this guy comes around and, I had him clean up my ditch last time he was here. Well, that was just a couple weeks ago. And he just came in earlier yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. And he's like, look, man, I just got, my check, but I can't cash my check until Thursday. And he was giving me a sob story. And I was feeling like this is a line, drug addicts do this and they try to get money, but I couldn't turn them away, and he said he had to pick up his prescription at Walgreens and he don't have health insurance. So like he's got to pay for it and he don't have the money. And so I covered it for him. Why? Because it made me feel better, not because I got the extra money, because I really don't. I mean, times are tough right now. Winter's coming. Like, what do we do? And but I helped because it makes me feel better. And I don't normally talk about stuff like that, but I was talking about, trying to figure out why I'm less tolerant these days than I have been, over the last 15 years, I've had a lot of tolerance. And now I just don't seem like I have as much tolerance. UPS is here to pick up. Alex is packing boxes. He's hardcore packing boxes too. He's trying real hard. We have storms coming. How's the weather where everyone is? Because, like I said, we have storms coming. And so that's going to be. Who's the culprit of pulling the fire alarm at 1 a.m. in the Marriott last night? We need to talk. Wow. Yeah. Nobody wants that. But if you're at the reunion and someone pulled the fire alarm at 1 o'clock, there's a chance you were still up anyways, and you just had to go outside and didn't want to. Oh, but I bet you it's warm in Chattanooga right now because it's 90 degrees here today, and I'm in Michigan. So yeah, we got warmth happening all over the country. And last I checked, there was a lot of storms around the country too. And the hurricanes and tropical storms are firing off really good. California. Oh, California's on fire. Like literally. Yeah, the whole southern part of like vary from Mississippi south, New Mexico, Mississippi, Louisiana, southern Alabama, southern Georgia, all of Florida is all having thunderstorms. Kansas has some thunderstorms kicking. We got thunderstorms coming across our state. We had some good ones this morning. 100 to 108 all summer. Modesto is hot. Modesto. I am geographically challenged, but I feel like that sounds kind of southern Mexico. Yeah, I'm going to go with. Oh, maybe not too far southern because I see 60s and 70s, 93, 94, mid California. I'm looking at the weather map, so it's not real detailed as to where things might be. Anywho, yeah, so that's a thing. Alex might not make it back. Got UPS guy talking his ear off, telling stories, which is good. We have a good rapport with our UPS drivers, not just the main driver, but the subs also, because that's important. I mean, I can only handle what I can handle from this end, and so from this end, we just make sure we keep a good relationship with our shipper, because let's face it, I care about my customers' packages, and why wouldn't I do my part to make sure that I can do what I can? Now, don't get me wrong. Once it leaves here, I don't know anybody that handles it beyond here. I got a rapport with the warehouse manager at the terminal where they take the packages to before they go out. But beyond there, the next person that touches them, I don't know from Adam, and they don't know me. Tough. Yep. I feel like I need to demonstrate some stuff, whether it be tools, tint, maybe tools and tint. We should make some changes around here. I like it. Set me up a little tinting studio. We don't tint windows here. I have a tint shop, but it's across town, so it's not real convenient for this. But we do have a door that I drive the high-low in and out, and I can fit a vehicle through it. And I have room for a vehicle in here, and I have tinted windows in here before on Tool Talk. So maybe that can start becoming a thing. But the problem is coming up with the vehicles to tint. I don't want to advertise that we do tint because I'm not trying to tint windows out of here. We have a tint shop for that. But might need to I don't know. Let me work on that. Maybe we can get something going. And speaking of something going, we have this special color Gasket Pro handle that is orange and white. I'm not super fond of the white with the orange, but I held it up to black. And so the orange against the black, I thought looked just sexy as hell. So I ordered those. Rodney's making me those, but I think Rodney is at the damn reunion also. So they won't be here for at least another week. I haven't got confirmation or anything from him. I should double check just to make sure, but no, I don't see anything from him. Oh, shoot. That reminds me. I have an invoice. You ever look for one thing and get distracted by another? Yeah, that just happened. So I'm going to take care of something really quick.
What just happened?
Oh, I was looking to see if Rodney responded to our order, and then I noticed that I've been ignoring Jordan from Fusion with her invoice.
Oh.
I probably should pay that. I meant to pay that this morning, but I don't know.
Dude, it got really hot.
It did. Well, now it says 88. It said 89. Now it says 88. Maybe it's cooling down. I mean, it is starting. No, it's at the hot part of the day. So
it's the humidity.
The humidity is nuts.
I know. This morning's rain did not help with that. It made it worse. It's like our 1 week of the year where it feels like Florida.
You know what sucks? When you got to order 4 things from a company or four different items and your bill is almost $1,600.
I don't know. This guy just ordered. He's doing security film in Alabama. He's in a travel crew of flat glass installers. They're all from Oregon. And he's like, we just ran out of slip. I need some here tomorrow, ASAP. Like, hell yeah. So that's what that was.
Did you
about.
just next day liquid?
Yeah. But I polyed them.
Well, we're not allowed to next day liquid. So
I should have kept the
tomorrow,
stickers off.
yeah, tomorrow you're going to need to track that and see if it went.
Ah, dude. I should have left the stickers off of it. I polyed the shit. I mean, like I put them in the big ass bag.
Yeah,
you know?
that's no. Remember, airlines have rules, but we'll see. It's,
Well, I mean, there's 2 gallons plus 10 red dots and 5 Wolfa blades and 4 cone tips in it. So, really hope it does make it. It's a lot of stuff. I mean, I hope for him more than I hope for us because it seems like he really needed this shit like
right.
ASAP.
Well, I get it, but
Should I tell Jimenez to? Oh, you know what? I'm going to ask Jimenez to rip off the liquid stickers.
Oh, there you go. See, another good reason to. Although when you pick up and move it, but yeah, the liquid stickers probably could go.
You know what? I'm going to call him.
Okay. Crisis averted. Bill is paid. I still have 3 people with me. That's exciting. Alex is calling the UPS driver to tell him to cover for us. That's super exciting. I have a lot of confidence in our UPS driver. He's good people. He'll do things. And Alex is pretty smart. I didn't even think about asking the UPS driver. Boom, boom.
Well, he didn't answer, so hopefully he sees text message.
Yeah, he usually checks pretty regular.
He's gonna be like, "Come on!" He's gonna get all mad.
No, he's not. Now Ryan, on the other hand,
Well,
he
think
might
about
be
it.
like,
Think about it though. It's hot and humid, and they don't have AC in their trucks. I don't know.
well, there's that. There is definitely that.
Hi, Martin. How you doing? RGC in the house. Who's RGC?
Who is RGC?
Dude, you know, I tell people mind over matter and they like get mad and they're like, easier said than done. I actually got into a huge argument that got me kicked off a job roofing before because one of the guys kept complaining about his back or his sciatica nerve or whatever. And I'm like, look, I bet if you just like didn't spend your whole time bitching about it and actually kept working, you probably wouldn't notice it as much.
Wow.
I'm like,
Cold.
there's monks somewhere out in Asia that can like meditate and light themselves on fire, and it's all good in the hood. I'm like, I'm sure like you can handle this. There's people with worse pain than you. Shut up and keep working, and the faster it can be all over.
Wow.
I mean, we've all broken our backs. Like,
I broke
good.
mine. Shit, I broke mine. Let's see. I was 23. I broke mine 30 years ago. You don't ever hear me complain about it, do you?
but like I hear that like pain tolerance is a real thing. So like the pain is probably there. Your body just or your mind just doesn't know it's there anymore because it's just so used to it.
It does. Have you ever seen me first start walking when I stand up? I mean,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I look like I got a cob shoved up my ass or something. That's because I can't stand up straight.
I bet you had like a cleft foot or something.
No, it's just, I mean, it's like, it's a part of my life. I mean, it's been a part of my life for 30 years. And don't get me wrong, after I recovered from it originally, like the whole effects of it was gone for several years, but they have been back for several years. And if I stand too long, it hurts. If I sit too long, it hurts. If I lay too long, it hurts. There's not really, I can't do anything for too long or it hurts. So I just accept that it hurts. I mean, it's just part of life. You know, I know a lot of people, they are intolerant of the hurt. So when you say pain tolerance, it's not necessarily that the person doesn't feel the pain. It's that they tolerate it. It just, I mean, and there's also the level of pain, you know, because even though it's there all day, it's, if I'm moving all day, it's very minimal all day, you
Yeah.
know, and I don't mean moving like, you know, I can't just get up and stay on my feet all day, but I can trade off. And when I'm sitting, I can sit for a long, long time without realizing it's hurting. It's when I go to stand up that I realize it.
I feel like pain can be very subjective too. I know like there's some people that will prefer like a sharp pain over a dull pain, and some people that would prefer it vice versa. And like,
Well, I get it. I mean, think about it. The dull pain are usually the longer lasting, you know, and dull pain is not for the intolerant,
no,
but for the intolerant, the sharp pain's probably better because sharp pains are typically over quicker. It hurts like
Yeah.
like getting pinched, you know. Ow! Where 5 minutes it doesn't hurt anymore.
yeah, like I had a staph infected boil, and like the nurse had to pop out. It was like a quarter size, like looked like cottage cheese, yellow cottage cheese, and she like popped that out of my leg. I feel like
That shit hurt like hell did.
Oh, dude, it's probably like
Oh,
in
yeah.
the top of things I did not like feeling.
I had a really bad infected gum, and the damn lady at the dentist wanted to pull it, but there was nothing wrong with the tooth. But she wanted to pull my tooth, and I'm like, nah. Can't you give me some antibiotics or something? She's like, I can give you some antibiotic mouthwash, but it ain't gonna work. And I'm like, oh, try me. And a week later, I went in there, like I was finally in enough of that long-term pain where it just flat hurt. And then, you know, I went in there and I'm like, I really don't like getting my mouth numbed. Can we do this without numbing it? And she's like, no. I'm like, come on. And she's like, look, I can go light on the stuff, but like, no, you know, people think that they're tough, but when that sucker starts coming out, that's a pain that you can't even wrap your head around, and I can't have you passing out on me. And I'm like, really?
Mine broke when they were pulling it out, so it was like they had to like pull two out.
Yeah, I've not had that happen, fortunately, but this one, it was like she gives me the shot and everything, and she comes back in a few minutes, and I'm like, Yeah, we're good. It's numb, because I could feel it starting to swell and do its thing. And she's like, okay. And she grabs a hold of that sucker and she starts pulling. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa.
And with teeth, I don't think it's necessarily like just pain though, but it's also the pressure. There's like a lot of pressure involved, I feel like.
Yeah, that tooth, like I said, there was nothing wrong with the tooth. The problem was an infection under it. So that had healthy gum or healthy roots and everything. To get that out of my mouth, she had to give me another shot, by the way, and wait another 5 minutes. But she got a hold of that and she basically got up on the side of the bed and damn near put her knee in my chest to get the leverage to pull that fucker out. And I could hear it popping and cracking as she was pulling it out. And I was like, holy shit. I've had a wisdom teeth pulled before, and it was not like that. That was something else.
Jimenez.
Jimenez is our hero.
Yeah, he's looking out. Oh, two people. It's funny because you're like talking about like how many of our customers are going to be at WFR, and it's like none. But how many Tool Talk viewers are going to be at WFR?
Most of them.
That's the real question.
Yo.
Most of our viewers are just moral supporters. They're not just financially supportive.
Damn Skippy. And don't get me wrong, if I act a little cold shoulderish sometimes, if you're not buying from me, sometimes money is important. And lately, this economy has been biting me in the ass too. That damn parking lot, that wasn't cheap. That hurt bad. But it got done. And you know what? Hopefully by next year, I'll forget about it and it'll just be nice. But I did. Last week I ran out there and gave the garbage man a hoot and a what for because he was turning around out there. And I went back out to inspect his marks where he was turning his wheels. And I'm proud to say that I think my parking lot is cured and hard because like there was no marks from where he turned his tires. But he still knows not to do that shit again.
Yeah, Jimenez is like, no, most liquids are good. It just depends on what it is. And he shows me the pictures and says like, no explosives. I'm like, oh, it's definitely explosive. I told him, just kidding, it's soap.
So wait, we can next day air liquid?
Yeah, it just can't be explosive, poison gas, or radioactive.
I'm pretty sure it's none of those.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's Alex. It doesn't work. You got that generic fucking pretend green screen going where
Dude.
half of your body is speckly and not there and your chair comes in and out and sometimes your arm disappears. Yeah, it doesn't like your phone either.
So my zoom in camera lens has a crack in it, even though I can't visibly see it. But when I zoom in far enough on a picture, it's just got spider webs everywhere.
Oh. Do you have Apple Care?
Probably. I don't know if I care about it enough to, because like,
Zooming
they're
in
gonna
on a lot of pictures.
take my shit forever.
Not necessarily. I mean, you have to go to the Apple store and they'll probably just change the lens. But I don't know.
Yeah, but I can't see that being a quick and easy task. I mean, they heat it up, pull it out. They probably have a line in front of me. I probably have to go walk around the mall.
I think it really depends on the day. I've went into the Apple store with them being just packed and crazy. And I've went in there with only like 20 people in there, which 20 people in the Apple store, well, 20 people in any other phone store is crazy. But the Apple store, that's nothing. They probably got 20, 30 people on staff at a time.
Dude, being like at the Verizon store or the T-Mobile store, just one person in front of you, like you're waiting like 40 minutes sometimes.
And how come Nathan always waits till the last minute to order stuff?
I don't know. He got really lucky. It was already
I
rolled
know, I
out.
saw that. Oh, okay. More, maybe he should start buying 100-foot rolls. And
He just bought 225s yesterday.
oh yeah, of the Alpha.
And I swear he just bought a 50 footer the day before. Like he's placing orders every day. It almost seems like.
Yeah, let's look.
I might be exaggerating, but
Talking my cousin. No, he's starting to order much more frequently, but I noticed that he switched to, and that's economy based too. I think that money's getting a little harder, and so a lot more people are starting to order 50-foot rolls when they can. 41 minutes ago, the 26th, 21st, 20th, 9th, 6th. I mean, don't get me wrong. All he buys from us is ceramic, and he's buying it pretty frequently. So, I mean, at least he's selling ceramic jobs. That's definitely good. And Martin, I'm so glad you're doing better. It bothered me a little bit that you was over there going through all that stuff, and I was trying to quit Tool Talk on you. I'm pretty sure Martin's got T-Mobile. Well, I got AT&T, and I used to brag about them. I'm not really hating on them, but I think they used to do better.
let me look at
I don't
this.
know.
July 22nd, July 25th, July 31st, August 6th, August 9th.
August 20th, August 21st, August 26th. So, like, when he orders, if he orders one day, he's probably going to order the next day also.
Yeah.
And then he's going to
it'll
go.
be 3 days.
Well, no, 9th to the 20th. So that was a week and a half. And then 2 days in a row. And then 5 days and 2 days in a row. Yup.
Your wife here?
Huh?
Not here. I wonder if she's gotten out of work.
Oh. Telling you, you need to get that Find My Phone. Then you don't have to ask. You just know. Are you warm?
Dude, it is hot in my office. My office sucks.
Maybe you should turn the AC on.
What?
I mean, it's a little late today. It's 5 o'clock. Speaking of 5 o'clock, hey guys, I would sit here and BS all night because I'm enjoying this, but I have a viewing to go to. So we're going to go ahead and cut out. For everybody that didn't make it to the family reunion, me too. So maybe next year we can all plan on meeting up there. Maybe next year I can try to do shows from the different events. That would be awesome. But for right now, guys, I got a book on out of here. I gotta go home, change my clothes, and head out. And it's rush hour, so it's gonna take me a minute to get over there. So until next week,